We're here in Berea, in Greece, what would be biblically known as Macedonia, the northern area of Greece. This is the third city that Paul visited on his second missionary journey after the Lord called him to go into Macedonia, where he received what we call the Macedonian call. The first place was Philippi, and in Philippi, Lydia is converted to Christ by the river, but there's also great opposition as he is beaten and flogged because of an unrest that is stirred up through his casting out of a demon from a slave girl. He goes on to Thessalonica, and there's also great unrest in Thessalonica because of Jews who stir up an instigation against him. And then he comes to Berea. And we read here, as soon as it was night, the brothers sent Paul and Silas away to Berea. On arriving there, they went to the Jewish synagogue. This synagogue behind me is a 19th century synagogue, but it's built on the foundation of the first century synagogue. It is most likely the place where the Apostle Paul met and led in the synagogue. So it's fascinating to think of the fact that we're standing right where Paul would have spoken to the Jews in the synagogue at Berea. It says the Bereans were of more noble character than the Thessalonians, for they received the message with great eagerness and examined the scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. Many of the Jews believed, as did also a number of prominent Greek women and many Greek men. The Lord gave the Apostle Paul a refreshing break from the trials and opposition that he received in Philippi and in Thessalonica. And he brought him here to this synagogue in Berea, and the brothers and sisters here searched the scriptures. They wanted to know if what Paul said was true. They didn't just take it on his authority, and they didn't go back to others to see if what Paul said was true. They went directly to the scriptures, something that God encourages us to do, to be grounded and rooted in the Word, to love the Word of God, and to seek God's will for our lives on the basis of searching His Word.